We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we have a small 3-game slate in the NHL. We got a 6-7 game slate in the NBA. And then we have this little football. We have this little football game tonight between Georgia and Alabama. Should be a fun one. Should be a fun slate of games. But before we get into today's slate, before we look at today's games, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday, what went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting as I get alerts from Facebook. There we go. For yesterday, the only sport that really went bad for me was college basketball. We went 3-6, down 3.60 units. Tim will break down those games when we get there. NHL went 2-0, got an absolute miracle win from the Blues and Reg. That was quite the game, quite the ending, where they scored, I believe, 2 goals within the last minute and a half, one to tie it, one to take the lead and win in regulation against the Dallas Stars. I would 100% take that. And then the Ducks took care of business as well in a shootout. Very, very nice there. Winner on the Ducks. The NFL, I'll just start with my losers and I'll work out my way to the winners. AJ Green over 59.5 receiving yards. His over 4 receptions did push, luckily. The Titans minus 10 was a loser. They started up 21-0, and they didn't. That was a frustrating loss. They were up 21-0, and they didn't cover 10 points. I had the Green Bay Packers in the first quarter at minus a half. They scored, and then Detroit scored with like a minute and a half left in the first quarter. So, of course, it was 7-7 at the end of the first, which means the minus half didn't cash. The Falcons, or Cooper Kupp, over 9.5 receptions. Loser, I think he had 7. Atlanta Falcons, plus 3.5, plus 158. They didn't really show up yesterday. Both those losers. Jets, plus 17. Push. I personally got it at 17. And then plus 615 money line, half unit play, loser there. And also Kyle Pitts, I think, got 1 receiving yard the entire game, which boggled my mind. My winners, I'll save the best for last there. I had the Raiders last night, plus 3 and plus 135. Beautiful, nice little 2.35 unit casher to end the night. Stephon Diggs over 6.5 receptions. That one cashed in like the second quarter. Robert Gronkowski over his receptions, over his receiving yards, both cash. Tom Brady over 276.5 passing yards, cashes. The 49ers, what a comeback from the 49ers. Down 17-0 at 1.173 at halftime, come all the way back and win in overtime. Very nice win there for the Niners. And then to end the day, I had Jacksonville plus 16, and I had Jacksonville plus 675 on the money line. Cash it. Absolute beautiful win. I don't think I've hit a plus number that big since Moreno choked out Davison Figueiredo. And I think that was like 13-1 for a second round submission or a second round finish. Something really nice like that. But yeah, so NFL went really well yesterday. 8-2, up 4.75 units. But also, I had a really nice day in the NBA. I went 7-2 overall. My only losers were the Cavs plus 8.5 and the Rockets plus 7. I had the Spurs plus 10. They lose by 2. Cash that one. I had the Magic plus 7. They lose by 2. I cashed that one. Mavericks win straight up. Cash the plus 3. Cash the plus 130 money line. The Blazers took care of business. Cash the minus 118. And the Grizzlies plus 3 and plus 130 both come through. So overall, 7-2 yesterday in the NBA, up 4.10 units. And overall yesterday, I went 22-16-2, up 4.15 units, which now brings my 2022 record to 160-160-11. I'm still down to 7.02 units, but it's a lot better than 14 that I started with yesterday. So overall, very nice day for me yesterday. How about you, Tim?
On the site, wasn't as good. Memphis, start with the NBA. Memphis, thank you. Everybody else on my card, screw off. Atlanta -4, Toronto -8, the over in New Orleans, Denver -6.5, and Cleveland Cavaliers +9 can all screw off. 1 in 5 day in the NBA, not pretty. NFL. So we got 2 lines early that were really good. We got Detroit +11, cash, and then Carolina +16.5. Couldn't even come close. I was expecting Brady to not play as much, and that was stupid. That was frustrating how we couldn't get a +16.5 when the line was all the way down to an 8 when the game started. So that was frustrating. But as for our plays yesterday that we put up on the site for yesterday, Jacksonville +16.5, cashed it. Jets missed by half a point. San Francisco won. We had them +3.5. Atlanta +3.5 was not a winner. And then Vegas +140 on the money line. That was a nice little win right there, too. No sweat, no chance of a tie in that game. Not at all. Nothing like that. So, 4-3 in the NFL yesterday. NHL 2-0. Worked. Good job, Nick. Blues and the Ducks. And then college basketball was very, very frustrating. Quinnipiac and Niagara under was looking good all game, and then ended up going over with 30 seconds to go. Fairfield and Siena was looking under all game, and then it went over with, 4 seconds to go? Something of that nature. Hofstra and JMU wasn't even close to an under, and then we had JMU did not hit. Washington, Colorado went over by 3, and Northwestern and Ohio State wasn't even close to an under. Only things that hit yesterday: Elon under 153. That one was a no sweater. Towson, we had to sweat that one out. That one went over with 17 seconds to go. And same deal with the with the whiskey game. We had that one over 135. That one went over with 20 seconds to go. I think we're gonna have to bet more overs in college basketball just because of everything going on. So you got to figure that one out. But 3-6 there. Overall, a 10-14 day on the site, so not too pretty. Hopefully, we can turn around today. 3 NBA, college football, and 16 college basketball plays up today.
Something along those lines.
So, and then whatever Nick has for NHL. So hopefully we have a good day.
Yeah, why not? Why not have a good day?
Let's go to the chat, and then we'll start jumping into some games. Supness, we're good to go. Y'all the best on YouTube right now. Yes, they proved it. Appreciate it. Jags call. Yes, the Jags call. Rocking the Pelicans jersey. Yup. But have you ever had Zantarans? No. This is my only Pelicans jersey, and it's Zion's. It's what he said. All right, Nick. I think it's a small football game today. Should we go over this one, or does it really not matter?
Yeah, I mean, we can.
Okay, I guess. Like championship game? Yeah,
something like that. We only have the BCS National Championship game that's taking place in Lucas Oil Stadium, an actual playoff game being played in Indy this year. I'm sorry. We have the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Bulldogs are 3-point favorites here in this game. We have a total of 52.5. Georgia comes into this game 13-1. They're 9-5 against the spread. They're 6-8 over under. They're doesn't matter their road record. I was going to say they're 4-0 on the road. On the other side, Alabama 13-1 this year, 8-6 against the spread, 7-7 over under. And looking at this spot here, we have Georgia coming in. They manhandled the Michigan Wolverines. Rather cruise to a victory there. Their previous game was their only loss of the season, was to this Alabama Crimson Tide team. On the other side, Alabama comes in. They took care of business in their game as well, 26-7 win over the Cincinnati Bearcats. And here's the pretty plain and simple truth here. I don't think you beat Georgia twice. I just don't think that happens. I'm on Georgia. I think Georgia wins the national championship here. they make adjustments. I know that Alabama is going to be, I believe, without Menchie in this game as well, which was a huge weapon in that first matchup between the two. Right? Yeah, Menchie's out.
Yeah.
There's a couple other players I thought, but this is a spot where I thought this game was going to be around 4.5, 5 for Georgia. I think Georgia is the overall better team in this game, and pretty plain simple. I'm with the Bulldogs here. I got the 2.5. I don't mind it at 3. I think the Bulldogs get it done tonight and win the national championship.
All right, I'm trying to figure out whether to go roll tears or I hate Alabama. No, I'm on Georgia today. We both pretty much when this game popped up and we saw the line and everything, we're like Georgia. I don't think Alabama beats Georgia twice in one season. I know it's one of the back and forths, and Georgia hasn't beaten Alabama in X amount of how long. This is a different team. This is a different scenario. Georgia's only loss this year was to them. Alabama, I know they lost to Texas A&M early in the year, but that's way behind them at this point. I think this is a good spot. It could be a really good game. I normally don't sit down and watch games. We'll probably be watching this game tonight and rooting our asses off that Alabama just completely fails. Georgia wins this game. I grabbed a money line just so I didn't have to deal with the 3 points or 2.5 points at that time. So Georgia money line.
I also lean under in this game. I see this being a much better defensive effort from Georgia
and Alabama as well. Nick Saban doesn't want to have a shootout again.
So if you guys want to tease this game, I'll tease the under with Georgia.
There you go. We'll head back to the chat. It's pronounced Zaharans.
Okay.
Cool. Second like on YouTube for Nick and Tip. Appreciate it. Over 52.5. They played 3 games ago, and it was fugly.
I think they make adjustments to this game. Plus, Alabama's one of their big receiving threats, which was the way they were able to beat Georgia in the first game, is out. So I don't really see the offense as much for this game.
Okay. Yeah. Good morning, guys. Hit a 5-teamer off the picks yesterday, and I appreciate you guys. What was your 5-teamer? Put it in the chat. I'm always curious to see what people are cashing on. All right, Nick. What are we doing? NBA first?
Yeah, we have the NBA set up first.
All right, let's roll. I will say there's 7 games today. I got 3 plays.
I think I got 4.
Yeah, it's not. This is an ugly slate in my opinion, just because there's a lot of 10+ spreads. But let's go. Yeah,
we're gonna kick it on off here with one of those 10+ spreads. Utah Jazz are at the Detroit Pistons in this one here. This line is now down to an 11.5 point favorite for these Utah Jazz. A total of 224 in this game. What are you looking here?
Yeah, I'm going to be boring and start off the night with a pass. This is not a game I'm necessarily interested in. It's one of the spots where, yeah, Utah is 12, 11.5, whatever it is, point favorite in this game. I don't lay more than 10 points, and I do not trust the Detroit Pistons. That's the big thing. If anything, it would be a lean towards the Jazz, even though I don't bet that much. But no Rudy Gobert for the Utah Jazz. Still no Jeremiah Grant or Kelly Olynyk. A couple other players. Rudy Gay's out for the Jazz as well, which is going to hurt them defensively. I have really no opinion for this one because I could easily see the Jazz scoring 125, 130 points tonight, which could be nice for an over. But then at the same time, I could see the Detroit Pistons putting up 90. So I'm not really interested in this game. Had really no grasp on this one. Not one of the 3 I bet today.
Yeah, this was a pass for me as well. I had this game handicapped at, let me get my numbers up, at Utah minus 12, and it's Utah minus 12. So no value on or Utah minus 11.5. So no value here with the Utah Jazz. I mean, if you were saying you think they score that many points, then you could take their team total over. That's a 118. But yeah, this is a stay off for me.
Lex agrees. Let's keep rolling through.
Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks are at the Charlotte Hornets here. Milwaukee Bucks are 2-point road favorites, total of 234.5. What's your thoughts here?
Yeah, we just saw these two guys play. What was it, 2 days ago? Keep in mind, Milwaukee was on a second leg of back-to-back at the time after playing Brooklyn the day before. Both teams have rest. Drew Holiday is still out for Milwaukee. And Grayson Allen's still out for Milwaukee as well. Pat Connaughton, COVID is questionable for today's game. So a couple pieces still banged up on that Bucks side. I'm rolling with the Bucks again. I know I probably don't learn my lesson from the last game. I don't care. Milwaukee has had enough rest in this one and have a legitimate chance, I think, to put up enough points to take out the Hornets. It would also be a lean towards the over. I could definitely see a high-scoring game, especially if both teams rested. So Bucks -2 is my favorite, my best bet from this one. Also lean towards the over.
Yeah, I remember that last Bucks Hornets game. I was leaning Hornets, and I kind of called him out saying that I disagree with him, and that was actually a good call there. But for this one here, this was a stay off. I have this game handicapped around Milwaukee -1. It's Milwaukee -2, so I don't see enough value to get to either side in this game. If I could have gotten maybe like a 4 in this game, I'd look towards the home dog. Or any type of plus money with the Bucks, I would have looked at, but this one was a pass for me.
That's fair. Both hockey games, Cows and over, and the money line, and then Washington football team. There you go.
Nice
head. Hornets. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on it, but good luck unless you're against me. We'll keep rolling.
Yeah, my first play of the day is in this game. San Antonio Spurs are at the New York Knicks. Spurs are 6-point road favorites road underdogs in this game, a total of 212 in this spot. Where are you looking here?
I pass on this game. Only reason why I just wasn't really interested in this game, it would be a lean towards the Spurs, but Spurs are still dealing with some injuries. Derek White remains out. Colton Johnson remains out. So 2 of their starters are going to be out for today's game. And they're on a second leg of a back-to-back. I can't trust the Knicks either, but it'd be a lean towards the Spurs. Could it be added to my slate later? Maybe. But I'm not particularly interested in going after this one right now. So I'm passing on Spurs and Knicks.
Yeah, this is one where I'm going to take the points. I had this game handicapped at New York -2.5, so 6 is just too many points for this game. Even on the second half of a back-to-back, I feel. As an underdog this year, the Spurs are 16-12, so they have had success 57% as an underdog. Let's see what the numbers are for New York as a favorite. New York as a favorite is 13-11. So, but one thing I did notice is on no rest, it didn't seem to affect the Spurs too much. They're on the second half of back-to-back. This is the 8th time that they have been on the second half of back-to-back this year, 4-3 against the spread. And the Knicks are coming in off of 1 day's rest. With 1 day's rest this year, 9-18. So it's not like being the rested team really helps them there. I think that this is a spot where potentially the Spurs win this game straight up. I don't trust the Knicks, especially laying points at home. That's just not something I am looking to do. So, I'm going to go with the San Antonio Spurs here, plus the 6 points against the New York Knicks.
Good luck on that one. Hornets are healthy, fully healthy. Bucks are not. Hornets will still score. So will the Bucks. Knicks money line. Yikes. Okay. But not laying the points with the Knicks. I feel like I would rather
minus 245.
I would rather lay the points than the 245 because if anything, if the Knicks win, they're going to cover. If they lose, they're going to get blown out. Sorry. I don't really. No, I can't do money line. I would rather do points than money line because if they're going to lose, they're going to lose. If they're going to win, they're going to cover. So, I'd rather lose my minus 110 than minus 240. And Spurs on a back-to-back. That's fair. Opinions on Durant under Kyrie back, and and they back-to-back while KD looked innocent yesterday. I really don't do player props. I know that Kyrie being back could help. It could also hurt. So I would personally, I probably lay off this one. Just because I really don't have an opinion on that one. I really can't help you with it. So if you have a good handle on it, go for it. If you're asking for me for validation, I really don't know. I don't really do player props.
Fair enough. All right, we'll move on to the next matchup here. Boston Celtics are hosting the Indiana Pacers. Celtics are 6.5-point home favorites in this game. Total 215.5. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I got it at 7. I just think it's too many points. I'm on the Pacers. I know I bet the Pacers a lot, but I think they keep it close. I know LeVert and Brogdon are both questionable for today's game. I don't really care. I just think 7 points is just a tad too much for this Boston team. It's just can we come back tomorrow and Boston win by 25 points? Yeah, that's totally a possibility. But I just feel like this is a game where it's going to stay close. Indiana has been pretty good at covering spreads and keeping games close, especially as dogs. I'm gonna be on the Pacers. I got them at +7.
Yeah, you mentioned that the Pacers are good at keeping games close as a dog. You're right. They're 12-6 against the spread as a dog. So they've looked really good. And I believe as a favorite, Boston's been mediocre at best. Boston is 12-13 as a favorite this year, so they're mediocre there. I do like Indiana in this spot as well. I had this game handicapped around Boston -4. So I see about 2.5 points of value here with these Pacers on the road. And this isn't a back-to-back for either team, right? No, both these teams are. Yeah, so this is a spot here where I want to take the points. I guess I'm just someone who takes the points a lot. So I'm going to go +6.5 with the Indiana Pacers in this spot. I think that they're going to be able to keep this game halfway close.
Sure. Yeah, that I know you do parlays. I figured if you're doing straight bets, then that's probably not the approach. But parlays, I understand. I like the Rangers game with the over and the run line. Texas plays there? No, I'm kidding. I understand puck line. And Bruins over 5.5. How does that sound?
I'm on the Kings and I'm on the Capitals in those two games.
Okay. Don't
really have a feel on the totals.
Yeah, I do have. Oh, he does have a play. Boban over 19.5 points. I like it. I like Boban. Pacers +6. When I got it this morning, Pacers may win straight up. I agree. I really think so. With the Eastern Conference, anybody could beat anybody, to be honest. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah, Philadelphia 76ers are at the Houston Rockets in this one here. Sixers are 10.5-point road favorites, total 226.5. Your thoughts on this game?
Another game I laid off. I don't think Philadelphia should be 10-point favorites. It'd be a lean towards Houston. Do not trust it. I really don't. Sorry. The only thing that kept me off of Houston is the fact that they're on a second leg of a back-to-back. They just played yesterday versus Minnesota and got blown out. That's the only thing that's keeping me off of the Houston Rockets today. I don't think they should be 10.5-point dogs against a Philly team that, Philly's been good this year, but Philly doesn't cover spread. I mean, neither does Houston, but Philly doesn't cover spreads, especially big spreads like this. I'd be leaning towards the Rockets, but nothing. I didn't get to anything in this game.
Yeah, Philly has covered 4 straight spreads. 3 of them were -13, -8.5, -8.5 the last 3 games. So they have been covering halfway decent spreads. But this is but Philly just played this Rockets team a week ago, and they won by 20. I don't think the same thing happens here. I got 10.5 in this one with the Rockets. I had this game handicapped around 7, so I'm seeing 3.5 points here of value with these Rockets in this spot. I just think 10.5 is just too many.
No, I didn't get to it, but that's where I'd lean. All right, Nick. Two more NBA games. We're flying through this. If anybody didn't know, Nick actually starts classes today, so trying to get through these games before because 12
o'clock class.
So get through all these games so that he can get to class on time. Let's roll, Nick.
Yeah, our next matchup here is the Brooklyn Nets at the Portland Trailblazers. The Nets are now down to 9.5-point road favorites, total of 228.5. What are you looking at for this spot?
Another pass. And I don't even have a lean in this game. Brooklyn, should they be 10-point favorites? They got their big three. No C.J. McCollums, no Damian Lillard, no Norman Powell, no Lance Jr. The only player that the Brooklyn Nets will really be without is Marcus Aldridge, but he hasn't been with the team that much lately. Maybe a lean towards the under because I don't think Portland scores a lot, but this is not a game I was really interested in going after. Kyrie will be playing in this game, but nothing in this game. Sorry, nothing in this game.
Yeah, looking at this spot here, I don't think there's a worse proposition of betting this season than betting the Nets as a favorite. Looking at what the Nets have done. By the way, I had this game handicapped around 5.5, 6. So I see value here with the Portland Trailblazers. I got them at 10.5. And about 5 minutes later, it dropped down to 9.5. And it's pretty simple because Brooklyn doesn't cover spreads. They're 10, 22, and 1 as a favorite this year. As a favorite on the road, as an away favorite, Brooklyn, where are you? They're 7-6 as a road favorite. So they struggle as a home favorite more than a road favorite. But this is just not a team I'm looking to bet as a favorite, especially when I got it at 10.5. So this was a pretty easy play for me here, even with it being a second half of a back-to-back for these Trailblazers. I took I'm going to take them here at plus 10.5. I just don't see a reason to lay 9.5, 10.5 with the Nets.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, also you get Kyrie, and that could be an angle too, or you try to fade Kyrie whenever he plays. But yeah, I don't mind that. Over 229, that's definitely in play. The problem is, do we get enough points from Portland? Over 226 in the Philly game, I like that. Both teams are on a back-to-back.
Which Philly's 1-3 on back-to-backs this year.
And keep in mind, Philly?
Philly.
No, Brooklyn and Portland.
Oh, I'm on the wrong game. Oh, Brooklyn's 1-3-1 against the spread this year.
Keep in mind, Brooklyn did play the early game yesterday, so they should be a little bit more rested than Portland, who played a late game yesterday. So keep that in mind as well. Last game of the NBA slate night.
Yeah, Cleveland Cavaliers are at the Sacramento Kings in this one. Cavs are 6-point road favorites, total 220.5. Where are you looking for this one? It's out actually down to a 5.
Hey, I'm on the Cavs. I know it's a back-to-back, and people don't like that. Both teams are on back-to-backs. Cavaliers are still the best team against the spread this year, 26, 13, and 1. I believe that's hitting around, 60? Over 70%? Sorry, exactly at 66.67%, hitting 2/3 of the time, making good money doing that. They're one of the 4 teams that are hitting more than 60% this year, along with Memphis, OKC, Charlotte, and Golden State. Golden State's actually down to 4th against the spread this year. But I'm going to still roll with my Cleveland Cavaliers. I've been riding them a lot this year. Been making a good chunk of money with them. I'm going to keep rolling with them minus the 5 at this point now. Against Sacramento, who is an absolute mess.
Yeah, I'm going to pass in this game. It was a lean towards Sacramento. In the spot, I had this game handicapped around 3.5, 4. So it would be a lean towards the Kings in this spot as a little home dog. But this is not a spot I got to.
That's fair. Next on the over, I don't really know if I could trust an over with Cleveland, but good luck. That is all of the NBA games for today. We do have a small little 3-game NHL slate for Nick. We'll start off with the Boston Bruins at the Washington Capitals. Washington slight favorites at -115, total of 5.5. We're looking at this one there.
Yeah, we have the Bruins coming into this game 18-11-2. They're 13-18 against the spread. They're 15-16 over under. 9-5-1 on the road. Washington 10-7-9. They're 20-16 against the spread. 18-16 over under. 10-3-5 at home. We had the Boston Bruins coming in winning 4 of their last 5 games. They are coming in off of a nice 5-2 win over the Tampa Bay Lightning. 4 or 5 of their games since returning from the break have gone over the total. On the other side, this Capitals team is a little bit more of an under team. So no fuel really on the total in this game. Since the break, 5-3 win over Nashville, 3-1 win over Detroit. They lost to New Jersey 4-3. They lost to St. Louis 5-1, and they lost to Minnesota 3-2 in a shootout. So both these teams' last losses were against the Minnesota Wild. So a little fun fact there. I'm on Washington in this game to snap this 3-game losing streak. I had this game handicapped, I believe, more towards the 130-ish range for the Capitals in this spot. So, these are tomorrow's games. I had this game, handicapped more towards Washington -125. So I would look. I'm on the Capitals, and I would look towards the under if I had to get to anything in this game. 2 teams that know each other decently well. I think that the under is a look potentially in this game. I like Washington best in this game, though. Washington money line.
I like it. Defense determines totals. Under 5.5 in this one.
Yep.
There you go. Let's keep rolling. Got 2 more games, Nick. Seattle Kraken and the Colorado Avalanche is up next. Colorado a slight 4-15 favorite. Total is 6.5 in this game. Where are you looking at this one?
Release the Kraken. I'm just kidding. No. The Kraken are 10-19-4 heading into this game. 13-20. 13-20 against the spread. 21-10 over under. 4-8-2 on the road. Colorado's 21-8-2. 16-15 against the spread. 21-7 over under. 13-2-1 at home this year. And this will be Philip Grubauer's return back to Colorado, the top 3 Vezina Trophy finalist last year with the Avalanche. Now the Kraken head goalie. Seattle comes into this game. They haven't played a game in 9 days since they lost 5-2 on New Year's Day against the Vancouver Canucks. They haven't won a game since last year. They've only played 1 game this year, though. Their last win was almost a month ago on December the 14th. But the one thing that I have noticed with this team, actually since returning from the break, they've gone over in 2 of their last 3 games. They've lost 5 straight, 8 of their last 9. Colorado on the other side leads the league, obviously, in goals scored per game, 4.32 goals a game. That's a team that you can just pencil in for 4 goals a game. And they have won 4 straight games. They've gone over in all of them. And since returning, they have looked really dominant. They were down 4-1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they end up coming back and winning 5-4 in that game. I like over 6.5 in this spot. I got it at +107. It's now around -120. And I really can't get to a side in this game. I feel like if you had to get to a side in this game at this price, +347, as crazy as it sounds, maybe a look. I was looking to bet the team total over for the Colorado Avalanche because we know they're penciling for 4 goals a night. I don't know if I'm laying -110 for over 4.5 goals, though. So this is not a spot I'm particularly looking getting to. If you want to get involved with the Avalanche, you can go Avalanche and over 6.5, a little duo there for around a +126. Avalanche money line over 6.5. But I'm just going to go over 6.5 here in this spot, Kraken and Avalanche.
All right. That's cool. Lex is on or Ovechkin anytime scorer.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Cavs look so bad just today. They're not connecting their alley-oops. Keep in mind they're going up against a Golden State team with Klay Thompson back and big hype there. And I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if anybody saw this real quick for that game.
I think I know what you're going to say.
With Draymond Green.
Yep.
I saw a genius.
Yeah.
Somebody went before the game and parlayed Draymond under points, under assists, and under rebounds. So Draymond was coming into the game. He was supposed to be out with the calf injury. He started the game because Klay Thompson started, and he did this whole entire big spiel with it. He came out, and then he immediately went and fouled the guy and left the game 0-0-0, played 0 minutes. So that was genius there. But keep in mind with that game, there was a lot of hype behind the Golden State Warriors yesterday. So I'm not really too hung up on that loss. Yes, it didn't look good, but Golden State looked good yesterday. Avalanche minus 2.5.
I feel like if you want to get to the Avalanche, it's the first period puck line.
There you go. We got over 6.5 Colorado money line plus the over 6.5 Colorado puck line first period. Ooh, first period puck line plus money.
Mm-hmm.
Have to bet 4 on the team total. LL Green prop parlay was genius. Yes, it was. I don't know why I didn't see that. But I guess it is what it is. Final game on the NHL slate. New York Rangers heading into Los Angeles to face off against the Kings. Pick them in this game, I'm guessing, because Nick didn't put the odds in it.
Minus
5.5 is the total in this game. Where are you looking at?
Yeah, this is a minus 107, minus 103. My bad. Let me quickly put that in.
No, you're good. I read it off of covers.
Yeah. We have the New York Rangers coming into this game 23-9-4, 19-17 against the spread, 12-22 over under, 13-6-2 on the road. The Kings are 17-13-5, 22-13 against the spread, 12-22 over under, 11-8-2 at home. Rangers come into this game. They've actually gone under in 3 of their last 4 games. The only one they didn't go under in was a push. So this has been more of an under team as of late. They are coming in winning 4 of their last 5 games. They beat Anaheim 4-1 the other night after losing 5-1 to the Knights the night before. On the other side, we have the LA Kings coming in off of a nice 4-0 win at home against the Detroit Red Wings. They've won 3 of their last 4 games at home here. And I think they do it again here. I like the Kings to get the job done here at home. This is a Kings team that's been playing pretty well lately. I had this game handicapped around Kings minus 125-ish. So I see a little bit of value here at this pick line with LA. So that's where I'm going to be looking at this game. I like Jonathan Quick, even though he is going to be outmatched in the in goaltending. I like the Kings at home here to get the job done. So going LA minus 107 in this game.
I like it. Yeah, it was genius. Way over 5.5. Get it? Rangers will not beat the Kings in an away game without lots of goals. New York Rangers money line, Rangers and reg, Rangers -1. Wow, he's on the opposite side.
I disagree with that.
Kings W, yes. Like the Rangers on the road, regardless of goalie.
Fair.
But that is everything. We made it through in half an hour or 40 minutes, Nick. Good work.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and roll the bumper, and then we'll do some recapping and all that good stuff.
Hey guys, EarleSportsBets.com has finally launched, and to show our appreciation for you, click on the link below or go to EarleSportsBets.com/promo to get the 7-day package for only $49. That's $120 in savings. Thanks, guys.
Listen to the pretty girl. She knows what she's talking about. Also, if you use the code, I believe it's YEAR at checkout, 20% off. You get our weekly package for $40. But do a little bit of a quick housekeeping, and then we do a recap. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch. our TikTok, which me and Nick, we did our best TikTok we think we've ever done. Tribute to Bob Saget. So if you guys are interested in that, check out our TikTok. Link to that's in the description below. We really enjoyed doing that last video. Also, speaking of picks and parlays, Craig did his show earlier. Me and Nick live now. Higgs live and going to be live at around 1:30 Manic Monday. With Lenny, get your 3 teams parlays together. Please put your juice with it and be as specific as you can. Do not piss off Lenny. Even though it is funny to see him pissed off, do not piss him off. And then game time back at 6 o'clock today, and some free pick videos and stuff coming out tonight. So hopefully it will be a good day today. Possibly OT in the Rangers game. Maybe. But recap for today. I have a light slate besides college basketball. College basketball I have a lot with. But that's all up on the site. I got Georgia money line versus Alabama. Let's get it done today. Indiana plus 7.5, Cleveland minus 5.5, and Milwaukee minus 2. Nick?
Yeah, I'm running with UGA minus 2.5. I got the Spurs plus 6, the Pacers plus 6.5, the Rockets plus 10.5, the Blazers plus 10.5. I'm on the Capitals money line. I'm on the over 6.5 with the Kraken and the Avalanche, and I'm on the Kings minus 107 on the money line.
Let's do it. But Nick, finish on out the shoot for today.
Yeah, that's just going to about wrap it up for this one. I want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with the video here at Earle Sports Bets, or we go live, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bets show. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck.
See you guys.